gang. 8 o'clock Tuesday night. Now it's been a fortnight, but we were really busy last week. We'll try and do these every week.
We're really busy this week.
Yeah, same. I had to race to the post office and then come back here. It's very busy times. Sue's joining.
Oh, you've got food joining, babe.
So again, I was just wondering what to talk about on the Annie Blue side of things. I mean, the weather's been quite decent, hasn't it, apart from a couple of days. So I've not really had to clean my bike or anything since I did it last time. Once it's done, it's done for a while, isn't it, with this stuff?
Yeah.
Don't really need doing until it gets good leather in some bad weather. So yeah, I've not really done much bike-wise with the Annie Blue stuff. Done some leather, didn't I? I do my boots and something else. Oh, my bag's in with it because it got wet.
Don't start yawning. Curse alive.
Tired, really tired.
I know you've not stopped today, have you?
Stopped since we were in Saturday, weren't we? We had a day off Sunday. And it's just been back to the mayhem, hasn't it? So I thought I'd talk today, do like a little bit of a review on tools for Harleys, because I'm on a steep learning curve. Harley Davidson, I've only had 2 of them. We got a Dyna 4 years ago. Yeah, there'll be, won't it? A Dyna 4 years ago. I had that for a couple of years and then bought Annie Blue. So typical brake light, jack stuff and all that, everything's metric. So of course you get a Harley Davidson and a lot of their stuff is what they call American Fine. That's their standard sizes for their screws and nuts and bolts and such like. So I've had to go out and start buying all different threads and things. Actually, I don't know if there's anyone else watching who's got a Milwaukee 8, but they give you this thing with it to cover the air filter. Does anyone ever use that? It looks like a pastry hat or something.
Annie Blue's hairnet.
Yeah. The only time I ever use it is when I'm washing it. It keeps some of the water out. But other than that, I don't know if anyone else can think of any other time you'd use that. Maybe if you go in the desert, but there's not many deserts in Britain.
Might ride across some one day.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Yeah, it's a strange thing. I've never seen that before. Yeah, I just thought I'd say that I've got these. I can't remember what made me now. But these are these like funny security, they're like a star shape. And Harley seem to use them on a lot of things. But I found these invaluable. So anyone thinking of getting a Harley, these are a must. I think they're like security things, aren't they? That's the reason they use them. It's not like a standard thing that you carry around with you. I was sort of really impressed with these. They're really well made. I'll have to find the make and post it. Oh, Draper. There you go. Maybe something like that.
Well, Draper stuff's always pretty good anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, they are solid. There's no cheapies. Yeah, so they're really good then. So they're the male. And we have the equivalent thing in the female. Which one just bought, and I've used these just once, I think, since.
Charlotte says, aren't the Torque screwdriver heads Dyson use a smaller one?
I don't know. not the greatest fan of Dyson, to be honest.
Apart from...
Well, you are. It is good, that though, I must admit. It's the first thing I've seen of Dyson's that actually does what it says.
I've got the Dyson Air app and it's absolutely fantastic. And even Mark's impressed by it. It does make it easier for me to dry my hair with my vibro though, doesn't it?
It is good, I must admit that one. Well, I've seen some of his stuff like it's just rubbish, I think. I don't know what the Hoovers are like, I've never had one, but one of the things I can't stand is that air blade thing that they have in the gents' toilets. It's awful.
Hand dryers.
Really unhygienic, yeah. Oh, everything just drips down at this train, you're like that, trying not to touch it. What made them think of that, I don't know. And then there's that fan they did, that was rubbish, it didn't work. It's like, it didn't keep you cool at all, you're better off with just a normal fan. Well, that's just my opinion. And he calls himself an inventor as well, I don't think he is, he's a designer. He's not really invented anything. That cyclone technology, you got that from grain tanks. You separate the wheat from the chaff in grain stores, cyclone it round. That's where he got the idea. Anyway, yeah, they're the female. There's a make on these. I don't think these are quite as good quality as the Draper ones, but they seem to work. You can see the star shape in there.
Bailey wants to have a look, please, Daddy. Charlotte says she thinks the Dyson are a size 8 Torx fitting. Your little mine of information, my darling.
Mm-hmm. So that'd be that one. So
Everyone's saying hi, Bailey Boo.
doesn't seem to be size 8 on here. Oh, there it is. I didn't even know they used them on Dyson. Learned something today.
Charlotte says she does all the DIY around the house.
Someone's got to do it.
Yep, and then this house, that's you.
Yeah, usually.
You are very good at it, though.
When we get time. One thing I'm not great at is gardening. Strangely enough. I've been pulling my hair out recently with I planted peas and all sorts, and all the slugs have just come on it a lot, all of it.
I hate slugs.
This thing has been really good. I recommend getting one of these if you ever get a Harley. It's the belt tension tool. It tells you how tight your belt is, because I'm used to chains on bikes. I can usually just tell by flicking the chain like that, and, oh yeah, that needs tightening. But belts are a different thing. Like I say, I'm still learning with Harleys. But this measures how much pressure you put on against how much your belt deflects. Tells you if it needs tightening. Well, they're cheap, that. It's really good. Use that a few times.
You're not showing Bailey everything.
Oh, sorry. You see it? Mm-hmm. Don't put that in your teeth, it's metal. Yeah, it's one of the usual stuff. It's all American fine. Spanners. That's a go through. It's alright. Allen keys, they're all different. But yeah, like I say, these yeah, it's the Torx, isn't it? Yeah. Been a godsend then.
Charlotte says she used to work in a motorbike shop. She's familiar with all those wonderful tools, and in her teenage days, she used to race motocross.
Oh, cool. Never had a go at that. The nearest I got to that was riding round my mate's estate. His DT. When I was younger. They do impress me though, especially on the
Red Bull,
trials.
like the Red Bull X Fighters as well.
Yeah. Yeah, they've got some. What's the word I'm looking for? Kahunas. It's a real dangerous sport, that, isn't it?
Oh, top gardening tip here from Sandra. She says her mum swears by a foil tray with cucumbers sliced up into it. Apparently slugs don't like the smell.
I'll have to try that next year now, probably.
Yeah. Awful things.
Okay, they've ate every leaf, haven't they?
Mm. And everything was just doing so well, wasn't it?
It's really hard to grow stuff around here. I've never seen anything like it because we're so high up. Very difficult. The dandelions and the grass love it, but nothing else.
Charlotte says, loved it. Used to race Kawasaki 250 F4 stroke. Had to have the seat and suspension lowered. She's a short ass lol. Seen many a big accident. I used to crew on St John's, and we used to cover motocross. I've scooped a few people up at motocross before now.
I had a couple of mates who did it. Like, I used to go down watching them, helping them out and a bit and that. I did have a Tenere for a while. Yeah, a couple of them said you'd be a real hero if you take that off-road. But it did come in handy a few times. Jumping off-road on. Cutting across the grass and whatnot. That's the nearest I got to grass. I got that because it was comfortable. Because I'm quite tall as well, and it was one of the comfiest bikes I've ever had. I'd have another one of them. It was a 660 single. Loved it. We've had all kinds, haven't we? All kinds of bikes, haven't we? So the two I've got now probably couldn't be more different, could they?
Mm.
I've got a Harley and a Jawa. I just like the quirkiness of the Jawa. It's a bit difficult to ride in its own way, but it's like going back in time now 30 or 40 years. I love it. Plus it's dead easy to fix.
Hello, Michelle.
What's the matter?
Charlotte says, seen the femur bone sticking out of the legs. That's a messy one. Open compound fracture. Yeah, not pretty.
Mm.
You have things in your medical kit now that you can put straight on them. Back in my day, we used to have to make donuts out of bandages.
Donuts?
Yeah, so it looked like a donut. But you'd have to make it out of a bandage yourself. And put a dressing over. Well, so you could, to be able to dress an open compound fracture, because you've got the bone sticking out, so you'd have to make like a donut ring out of a bandage, so you could put that over the bone that was sticking out, so the bone would be in through it, so when you put the dressing over the top, the dressing wasn't touching the bone. But you have specialist things now to dress that. But back in my day, we used to have to make donuts out of bandages.
Just trying to think what other tools I've got there. Well, that's the only other thing I bought that's a bit different, right, actually, is the Harley oil filter thing. I thought I'd splash out and get that just to make like...
Oop.
Because the filter sort of goes across at the front of the engine, it's quite hard to get in at. Yeah, that's been really good.
Bailey's so interested.
Do you want that? No.
He's like, what do I want that for? You're going to do a black label roundup as well of what you've been up to today. You've not stopped, have you?
Let's see if I can remember. a new large-scale bottling regime, haven't we?
Mhm.
Got to scale everything up. Did Sleepyhead, Muscle Magic, SOS, Pain Slayer, Bath Sherbets. What else? There's something else, can't remember. Banger.
You just literally haven't stopped all day, have you?
Not at all. Quite tired actually. Aren't we?
11 sacks of post go out today, haven't we? Over
Mm.
150 parcels have gone out today.
I'll have to put that picture on the Annie Blue group.
What, the van?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To literally stuff everything in, push the door shut. It's bulging.
Yeah, we struggled to get it all in the van, didn't we, today?
Mm.
So,
It's not a massive van, is it? But it's quite big in the back.
yeah, it's been a very busy day, hasn't it?
Yeah. We've had some really good reviews from the Black Label stuff as well, haven't we, recently? Really good. Especially, I can't remember her name, someone's mum. She said she had a lot of pain in her hands. And she took it away completely.
Melanie's mum. No, we've had some fantastic reviews from all the new customers, which is lovely. Charlotte says we used to have a little dog where I worked, a little Jack Russell. He used to come in on the back of his owner's Harley wearing his mini leather Harley waistcoat and a mini helmet on his head too.
We are going to get him a helmet and some goggles. I've been saying for ages, the Harley we've got, it comes with this hard luggage. I want to get a separate one and convert it so this one here can go in safely. And then we can take it on the back, can't we? And lock you in safe. But he loves sticking his head out of the car, doesn't he? Most dogs. In fact, he mithers us to open the window, doesn't he?
Yeah, he points to the button.
And if we still don't do it, he'll fart. So then we have to open the window. Even if it's raining. You gases, don't you? Does it on purpose, doesn't he?
Yeah. He's been a little bit quiet today, hasn't he? You've been quiet today, Bailey Boo.
It's because he's not been eating again. Have you?
Yeah, dinner
There's a
over
little bit
there.
tonight, hasn't he? Not a lot. Again. I don't know what to do with you.
We can't even get him to eat a sausage from the chip shop, can we? Today he's not even having that. He's a little weirdo. Absolute little weirdo.
What was this? Yeah, that's one I forgot to mention. I know there's not many people find tools interesting. Where's it gone? Yeah, this one. They handed that to me, didn't they? Remember? Like, what the hell's that for? It's for adjusting the suspension and the shock absorber on the back. It's some sort of funny size. They gave me this in there, which is like the old fashioned type. That slots in there. And a lot of the new models, they have this big black handle, don't they? It's just stuck on the outside for doing the preload on the shocker. But on the Heritage, it's hidden under the seat, which I think is better, even though you need this tool to do it. Because we're mostly ride two up, I'll just set it up for that and leave it.
Charlotte thinks Bailey B needs to sing a happy song.
No, not again.
Come and sit by Daddy. Come and sit with Daddy. Go and sit with Daddy. He's so clever, he understands everything you say to him. Bailey Boo, could you sing a song? Everybody wants to hear you sing a song.
Sing.
La 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 la.
Sing.
La 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 la. La 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 la. Doobie doo doo doo. Ooh. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
This is what I have to put up with.
Bailey's favourite song is Loving You by Minnie Riperton.
Yeah, unfortunately.
We have no idea why. La 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 la.
It's because she's got a dead eye bitch voice, hasn't she?
That's beautiful. Are you singing? Bailey Boo. Charlotte says, oh my God, Bailey Boo, it melts your heart. Diana says that shirt's very Jethro Tull. I like you in that
It's
shirt.
sort of medieval, isn't it?
Mm.
I'm not a massive fan of Jeff Russell. Alright. He's a fantastic flute player, isn't he?
I don't know, I've never really listened to him.
Ian Anderson.
Oh. Bailey Boo. Jill says, woof woof, Bailey Boo. He's a little star, isn't he? Bailey Boo's going to have to start doing his own lives. I think people like to hear Bailey Boo sing for half an hour.
If you like flute playing and stuff like that, you might like Ellie Vetty. Is it Kriegel something it's called?
No, I don't know his
He plays
name.
the flute for them. Well, it's his band, isn't it?
Mm.
But I think they're really good.
Oh, Mandy Lambert's watching. Congratulations, Nana.
Oh yeah.
Mm,
Oh,
Tra-
baby.
Tracy says, my dogs are running around the room listening to your little dog. Trying to figure out where the noise is coming from.
He does wind the others up, doesn't he?
Mm. Diana says, good band, well worth a listen. Oh, she says, Mandy says, thank you. I bet you can't wait to get hold of her. It's been really tricky, hasn't it, being new grandparents with all this lockdown malarkey.
We saw Eric just before it all, didn't we? And then we didn't see him for, was it near 3 months?
Mm. Yeah, really hard. You know, when you just want to get hold of them and cuddle them, and just FaceTime's not the same, is it?
I think James going stir crazy too.
Well, when you're a brand new mum, you want to get out and about, don't you, and show your baby off and take them to baby groups and stuff. It's really, really hard for new mums at the moment. Mandy says she's seen her through the car window. Oh gosh, I bet that was so hard, Man's not being able to give her a cuddle. I suppose we've got the rest of their lives, haven't we, to shower them with grandparent love, but it's just when they're tiny, you just want to get hold of them, don't you?
How's Leah doing? Is she okay? Not really seen anything on Facebook or anything.
I've seen Leah's put the odd post on, but obviously she's busy being a mum, isn't she? Doing a fantastic job by the looks of it as well. Diana says, wish my dog did that sort of thing. He's such a laid-back collie. I don't know, I sometimes wish Bailey was a bit like a laid-back collie. As opposed to a thug. He is the sweetest, most loving little dog, isn't he? But he's
He pretends he's a thug, doesn't he? He struts about and barks at everyone until he gets to know you.
likes to make out his eyes. Are you biting your toenails on a live, Bailey? That's not very nice, is it?
Could be worse.
Sarah says, I can now start planning a picnic reunion with all 7 of my bubbers. Although Dan says he wants a communal Dominoes. Doesn't matter what it is, Sarah. Communal anything could be absolutely fantastic, won't it?
4th of July to look forward to now.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to get all our crew together.
It's a strange date.
Yeah. It does seem a bit engineered, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does seem a little bit engineered.
Well, it's a massive holiday in the States, isn't it? But it's not something we really bother with here.
Charlotte says, sing baby, la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. This is I'm not doing it. La 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 la. Bailey do. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. That's the quietest song I've ever heard. No? Not singing? No, that faces it all.
Oh, with regard to the Annie Blue stuff, well, is anything anyone wants us to demonstrate, or we've done mirrors and such like, haven't we, with the shampoo and I don't know, any suggestions? All welcome.
Said you were going to do at some point as well, didn't you? Like just a generic live for a few people have asked you to do, like you did about food before. I've asked you to do that again.
Yeah, I can do it. Yeah. Perhaps next week. It's a couple of years since I did that one about fibre, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think it'd be a really good time as well at the moment with the amount of newbies we've got in the group.
You just yawned. That's your fault.
But no, I think it'd be nice if you did another one from another. I live with fibromyalgia and I don't even have it. With the amount of newbies that we've got now. Charlotte says, Pain Slayer has been my saving grace lately. Don't know how I'd get through my pains now.
It's the sort of thing we like to hear. It's helping people. And it does help hearing stuff like that, especially when you, like we've been today, not stopped at all, have we?
No, not at all.
I was going to say something then, but it's gone.
We've set up 2 new machines today, haven't we? So
Hopefully that'll speed things up, yeah.
So Sleepyhead and Muscle Magic have now got their own designated bottling machines, haven't they?
Yeah, it's a big lift, stuff like that. Got 3 altogether now, I mean, there's one for shampoos and such like. Which we tend to use for all of them, but it's very easy to clean out that one.
And I'm your machine for filling Pain Slayer jars.
Seem a lot better and faster at that than I am. I'll stick to making it. There's a few other things I'd like to have a go at, but just haven't got time at the moment. I'll have to sort something out. Once we get everything scaled properly, it should free up a bit of time.
And there's 2 products in particular, isn't there, that we want to take into development.
We're waiting for some other equipment at the moment. We should speed things up a bit. Stop yawning.
I can't help it, I'm very tired.
It does seem to do this. Does it happen to anyone else if they ever do something like this? It's start yawning.
I shows you how brain dead I am. I can't even think what other equipment we're waiting for. You said that and I'm like, I don't actually know what we're waiting for.
That big stirrer.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Vessels.
Yeah.
But as usual, no one has ever got back about it. No one ever gets back to you.
Sarah says she keeps seeing spiced kimchi in Lidl's. Makes her think of you and Manda.
I didn't know they did it.
Oh gosh. What a thing to say, Sarah.
Thanks for the tip.
It's very good for you, but it's very smelly.
I was thinking of doing the own one.
Oh gosh. I'll draw the line at you.
We do sauerkraut, don't we?
Yeah, but that doesn't smell of shrimp paste mixed with garlic and chilli and fermented cabbage. Oh God.
It's one of those things. It smells like pure death, but it's like it tastes really nice.
You just smell like pure death, and Amanda says it doesn't taste very nice. I believe Amanda.
Well, we got some like cheese, didn't we? That smelled hanging.
Bishop's finger.
Yeah. But when you taste it, it's really nice.
What was that other one that was really smelly? That one that you're not allowed to take on a bus in France.
Oh, it's French, isn't it? I can't remember what it's called.
There's actually a law in France that you can't take this cheese on public transport. Where it's that smelly. And Mark bought some at Christmas. But it wasn't actually as bad as I thought it was going to be. Charlotte says, Andy said I would be lost without my pain slayer. I barely grab a painkiller now unless it's an excruciating migraine, and they knock my balance off in all sorts. I had an excruciating migraine. All yesterday I was walking in the kitchen and nearly fell as it made me lose my balance. I'm okay today, it just drains me. They are draining. Have you tried headbanger, Charlotte? I can't remember. Sarah says she's not brave enough to try them.
I had a lad, mate at school, and he got migraine, and he used to go blind in one eye. It's really scary.
Oh, killer migraines.
Not very nice things, are they?
No. Sam used to get abdominal migraines.
I want to explain.
Oh, I didn't know what he used to. He used to get all the kind of like aura symptoms. But he didn't get pain in his head. He got it in his stomach, and it could put him in bed for days. And I ended up taking him to the doctors about it, and the doctor said that he had abdominal migraines, so it was quite common in teenage boys. And he had to have like a medical letter for school and everything. No, I hasn't either. I actually thought it was Sam swinging the lead when he said he couldn't get out of bed and couldn't go to school. So I was like, right, doctors. But yeah, that's what he had.
So it's like onward and upward, isn't it, with the Black Label stuff?
Yeah.
Lots of things to do again tomorrow. I'm hoping that the post is going to get back to normal. I mean, it should go back to normal by the 4th of July anyway.
Well, you would think so, wouldn't you?
But it's been another big constraint, getting things out. It's not helped. We can only deliver post at certain times during the day now. And they don't do it at all on a Wednesday.
Or a weekend, so it's only Monday, Tuesday, Thursday and Friday that we can get to the post, that we can take the stuff to the sorting office, and you've seen how many sacks that we have to take, so we have to take it directly to the sorting office as opposed to a post office. Dean says he loses his balance with migraines as well, fell over last year, split his head open on the corner of a brick wall and needed 16 stitches in it. You don't want to be doing that again, Dean.
No.
Not your best plan of action. They are awful. I mean, I used to get migraines when I was younger, and then I had viral meningitis, and never had a migraine since.
Strange, isn't it?
And then I've known people that have never had migraines, had viral meningitis, and then started with migraines after.
It's like fibro though, isn't it? It seems to be like a cumulative thing, doesn't it? And then all of a sudden something will trigger it. Like a trauma or something like that seems to be a common thing that sets it off.
In my mind's eye, how I see it is, you know, if you've got a door and it's got like loads of security on it, so somebody's got like 2 chains on it and a deadbolt and got to unlock it with the key before they can open the door. It's almost like that in my mind's eye with fibromyalgia. So you have to undo all those things before you can open the door, and it's the opening the door that lets the fibro in. But what all those XYZ things are, that's what we don't know. That's the unknown. But like the turning the key is the trauma that opens the door.
We're working on it, aren't we?
Yeah, we will. We will get to the bottom of it one day. If we can ever get Mark any time to do any research.
That's it. There's lots of things I'd love to look at. Just like at the moment, it's just getting things out the door, and it's taking up all the time. And we can't really take people on either at the moment, can we? It's just the me.
Sarah says, all migraines slow down the gut, which is why most pain relief doesn't work. I didn't know that, Sarah. Dan had no head pain but would pass out, and they said it was migraines.
Wow.
Crazy, isn't it?
Strange thing, human body. Strange thing, canine brain, innit? Yeah.
Who's like, I love my daddy. Dean says that his were so bad they were often diagnosed as meningitis. Had 4 lumbar punctures in 1 year due to migraines being so misdiagnosed. They're not pleasant either, lumbar punctures.
No. I've never had one, but I imagine they're not. No.
Not pleasant at all. When I got taken into hospital with viral meningitis, because obviously they don't know until they do a lumbar puncture whether it's viral or whether it's one of the bacterial strains. And at the time, it was when there was a lot of meningitis about as well. And I had just one of the house doctors on call attempt to do my lumbar puncture, and he actually hit my vertebrae about 4 or 5 times. And I could just feel like this ching right through my body, and the pain was just excruciating. And the nurse that was holding my hand told him to stop. And I had to wait till the consultant could do it the next day, but it was awful.
Idiot.
Charlotte says, it makes sense with the fibro, same as my dad. All head scans showed nothing, even when having excruciating pain scans all come back normal. Had one once for 6 days straight. Was rushed up and by my doctor to be told nothing they could do as my scans were normal. They were going to do a lumbar puncture, but I was pregnant, so they didn't want to put me through it. No, it'd have been difficult to get into the right position if you were pregnant to have a lumbar puncture.
Well, the longest one I've ever heard of was one of the testers, wasn't it?
Yeah, with Cheryl, one of the testers. So she'd had this migraine, had started in December, and she was under a neurologist. And by the time we put the tester team together for Headbanger, which was the beginning of April, and that's the biggest testing team that we've done, and because it was on something as severe as migraines, it was all documented, and every time they used it, they would message me and tell me, and I really kept quite detailed sort of like results really on how they were using it. But Cheryl had this migraine from the December to the April when she joined the testing team, and had been told by a neurologist that there was nothing else that they could do for her, and she was just in agony every single day with it. And the very, 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 very first time she used Headbanger, she applied it and said that it felt like the pain intensified for a couple of seconds and pulled it all to the front of her head, and then it just lifted away. And she's been able to manage her migraines ever since, just with using Headbanger.
So how you go on, like having something for like 4 or 5 months. I used to mean the way you keep your sanity.
cluster headaches. We've had fantastic success with them, haven't we? We had one customer that was having, what were those injections he was using? I can't remember what they were now. They were quite severe injections, weren't they? To try and manage his cluster headaches. And he was grey and ill and curled up in the corner of his bedroom. And headbangers just completely turned his life around. And he can manage them now.
Yeah, it was quite, what's the word I'm looking for? Emotional. He sent us some pictures of him, didn't he?
Yeah.
Before and afters.
Yeah, it's you know, when we hear stories like that and we know that it's changed people's lives, I mean, we've stood in the middle of B&M and cried at stories before now, haven't we, both of us, when people have sent us messages and videos and things like that. It's it does mean the world to us. Charlotte was on the neuro ward for a week during that time. And she says, that's weird, that's what it does with my migraines, same as your friends, yeah. It intensifies them and lifts them away. That's why the logo for Headbanger is what it is. If you look at it, it's all little birds flying the pain away. And Shane as well, one of our, who's become a very close friend through it, had a brain tumour when he was 15? About 8 years ago. And misdiagnosed for ages. Put it down to puberty and all sorts, and he actually had a brain tumour. And it's left him, the radiation's left him with really, really, really severe head pain. And Shane can manage that with Headbanger now, can't he? Which just means the world to us. So very, very much. So
he's got his hoodie.
Yeah, he's just got a Headbanger hoodie.
Quite made up with it.
Yeah, bless him. He looks fantastic in it as well. So, right, I think it's time for us to jump off because we're both absolutely shattered. And I think it'll be an early night tonight. We need to be in exceptionally early.
Again,
Yeah, 9:15. We've got to be in... Well, ideally, we would like to be at work for about 7:30.
Doesn't normally happen though, does it? Tends to be sort of...
We could have done it today. We could have done it today. We were a little bit later than that, but we could have done it today. It's only because I kicked off and I was like, no, I don't want to cut off before we get off. And then I went back to sleep. But yeah, we need to make a huge vat of Pain Slayer tomorrow. Again. We need to make a huge vat on Thursday.
Well, that's what I'm waiting for. Some vessels for, isn't it?
Yeah, because we need to upsize again.
Which reminds me, again, he's not got back to me.
Dean says, I've been given Riziatript, if I've said that right, wafers for the migraine. Oh.
Was that something that dissolves on your tongue?
I would imagine so by the sounds of it, but they don't always work. I do have Headbanger and started to use that. Charlotte says, one last bye-bye, sing, Bailey Boo. Popular tonight, Bailey Boo, aren't you? La 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 la. La 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 la.
Sing.
La 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 la.
Sing, Bailey.
Let's sing a song?
Bailey do. Sing.
He says, nope.
No.
No, he says, I'm just going to lie here with my daddy and get all the fuss made of me.
Because he's a baby.
He is absolutely a big baby. So yeah, so we're going to go and jump into bed, believe it or not. 9:15 and we're like, is it bedtime yet? Like, eat, sleep, work, repeat. Dean says he loves the smell of Pain Slayer. Careful what you say, Dean. Where do you live? Are you near enough to come and jar it?
My favourite smell is Muscle Magic. Hot bar stuff, I think. I like Natural Beauty as well.
Natural Beauty whipped cream, defo my fave.
And
SOS and Top End. Do you know what? I really do like them all. It's so difficult. Every time you're blending something, oh, that's my favourite. They all are like babies to us, aren't they? Every single product, so it's the same as you can't pick between your children, isn't it?
Yeah. Again, with regard to the Annie Blue stuff, if anyone has any questions or wants to see us do anything, or if you know of any Harley tools that I should have that I haven't got, please feel free to get in touch.
Dean says he's in Scotland but willing to move. Be careful what you say, Dean. You'll have Mark on the phone next week.
Yeah. Which part of Scotland? Yeah.
Gosh, it is getting to the stage where we are going to have to get more hands on deck at some point, isn't it?
It's about 6 months now, isn't it, since we've been to Scotland?
Yeah.
January went up, or was it November? I can't remember. It was bloody cold.
He says I'm north of Edinburgh, but as I said, willing to move. Yeah, we went up to see a band called Mason Hill, recording some of their album.
It's just outside Glasgow.
Yeah, they're good friends of ours. So you ever get the chance to listen to Mason Hill or Tomorrow Is Lost, who are a Geordie band, who are absolutely fantastic. Their album Therapy is an absolute must listen
It's been out a
to.
few weeks now, hasn't it?
Yeah,
Basically.
absolutely fabulous. Cass, the lead vocalist, she's amazing. So we can highly recommend them. Charlotte says I do sit and sniff the Pain Slayer. It is amazing. My name's Charlotte and I'm a Pain Slayer addict.
I do sniff the essential oil sometimes, don't I?
Mm.
I don't like that one. Essential oil junkies.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Right then, let's go to bed. Look at Bailey, he's like, oh yes, please. Should we go to bed, Bailey Boo? Do you want to go to bed?
Go to bed and sing.
I'm going to go to bed.
Go to bed. And say goodbye.
Say bye-bye,
Say
Moat Mouse.
Come here.
So cutie. They say bye-bye, Moat Mouse.
Bye-bye.
Charlotte says she's definitely addicted. I don't know whether you new guys have ever noticed as well, but Mark, if you just turn Bailey around and stand him up, Bailey has actually got Pain Slayer
This is
wings.
Turn around. You see there.
Yeah, he has actually got Pain Slayer wings,
Yeah,
bless him.
as usual, aren't they? Yeah. Not bothered about us, just want to see Bailey.
Yeah. So I'll see you tomorrow lunchtime. Mark won't. He'll be far, 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 far too busy.
Thanks for joining us again.
And I'll speak to you tomorrow. So take care, guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye.